John Duffy against Brian McDermott. Brian McDermott actually made his debut just along the road at Hilton Park back in October 1993. Bradford Northern won 42 points of 16 on that occasion. So he has history with this place as well. John Duffy with a ledger to settle as well. He made his Salford debut in a 52-1 loss to McDermott's Bradford. Brian McDermott actually scored in that match at Willows 19 years ago. Ashton Sims takes the first hit up for Toronto Wolfpack.
These early phases really important. You see the two front rows trying to get on the front foot, trying to play that ball as quick as they can. Ashton Sims, Gadwin Springer, quickly followed up by Tom Alderson.
Big role for Alderson this afternoon. Starts, as I say, at loose forward. Streams of forward from the terraces. The hit comes in from Jack Ashworth.
Second involvement from Gadwin Springer.
Crone assessing. Square for Sims. Dixon now. Left Leigh to start a new era with the Wolfpack. Andrew Dixon. 4 Centurions in this Toronto Wolfpack 17. And a good kick and a good set to start from Toronto, John.
Yeah, great first set. Look, what you're trying to do in the first set of a game is just maybe establish some weak spots in the opposition defence, but some big carries from Gadwin Springer and Ashton Sims. And all teams now looking to find that quick ruck, to let their dummy halves run. That's no different for Toronto. Certainly the same for Leigh with Mickey Hyam, who's going to run out of dummy half a lot for them. But a nice kick on the end of it from Blake Wallace. Good start from Toronto.
Big week for Mickey Hyam, the 20th anniversary of his Leigh debut. Celebrated with a team photo on Wednesday on Twitter.
He's well thought of in the game, Mickey Hyam, as well as being well thought of in the squad at Leigh. And he came back, lend all that experience, used the word before the match, passion. The passion for rugby league and Leigh Centurions runs right through the veins of Mickey Hyam.
Strong runs from Andy Thornley and then Luke Douglas on the back of that. High shot comes in from Ashton Sims.
Ashton Sims probably being beaten for footwork there. A drop-off play, skipping. Ashton Sims, Tom Alderson, actually he was the first one to get there. The tackle a little bit too high.
James Kent it was who felt the force of that from Alderson before Ashton Sims came in over the top. A good platform this then for the Centurions. First carry comes from Luke Douglas. Early try against Featherstone here a week ago. Back on the inside, Andy Thornley. Turns 30 on Friday, Thornley. Good tackle from Alderson. Josh McCrone in there as well. Gadwin Springer downstairs. Need to take the man to ground. Slow play the ball as well. Hyam puts emergency in down a short ball. Look for this, Leigh Centurions, as you would expect. And Hyam so lively close to the opponent's line. Comes back for Josh Woods. This is Danny Richardson, the danger man. Snuffed out on that occasion though. It was Bodine Thompson who came in with the tackle.
That's a shame. Loose pass there on the last tackle. Being rushed into things now. And probably that's the cause and consequence of getting that last tackle option wrong. They showed quite a bit of creativity and imagination. They looked like they were well organised. And they knew what they were doing until that point there. Poor end to the set.
The last plays now in the modern game are so important. Being structured, being organised in that area, that's something Leigh will have to do. And the reason they brought Danny Richardson from St Helens is to bring some of that structure to their last plays.
John Duffy, of course, as a former halfback himself, will be well aware of that. And it wasn't a satisfactory end, really, to that set. Stephen Marsh was forced into touch, and so Gadwin Springer launches this attack now for the Toronto Wolfpack. Good run, good urgency from Tom Alderson. Finds his feet quickly as well. Josh McCrone, crafty, finds some space on the inside there. And Brooks with the tackle.
Almost stole the ball then, Mickey Hyam.
Here's McCrone again. Joe Mellor hoists it high on the last. First test for Ridyard at fullback. No problem at all, but the chase up quickly and Latelli affects the tackle.
Big difference there. Toronto deliberate what they were doing. put the ball high, made it difficult for Ridyard. He's no stranger to the full-back role, but even the most experienced full-back will have some difficulty at some point if those balls and those kicks are continued to be unchallenged and the kicker could just get him away at will.
Goes from Mitch Cox and James Bentley.
Hold, Tom, go 4.
That was Marsh who played the ball. Leigh crossed the halfway line in the shape there of Luke Douglas. Ever present over 6 seasons with Cronulla and in 3 of 5 with the Gold Coast. Josh Woods puts a kick in and finds touch.
Nice work. On the season-long loan from Wigan, Josh Woods knows what he's doing, left-footed, just dribbles it over the sideline, a little bit like the first set at Toronto. Adam, they'll try and organise themselves now, get to the scrum.
Okay, when you're coming out here.
And there you see the communication from Josh Woods.
That left-footed kick is just such an asset for a team as well. To have somebody with his prowess, kicking prowess, dropping down that left-hand short side and being able to pick off touchlines with a left foot just gives you side balance to kick. Danny Richardson on the right-footed, Woods with the left foot, and it just gives you that nice balance on the last play.
Hold. Go, that's 1.
Another option to defend as far as Toronto Wolfpack are concerned as well.
2. Move! Hold, Sam, hold! Go, that's
2 in the tackle to bring Bodine Thompson to ground, and now Gadwin Springer.
He's worked hard, 6 minutes, carried the ball strong, and plenty of work in defence as well, Springer.
Thompson now.
Move, get the line! Hold.
4 tries in 24 Leigh appearances last season. And Ashton Sims
5.
over halfway.
Just softening up the Centurions around about the play of the ball, everything being directed back against those big fellas. John Wells talked about the strength of Ashworth and Douglas and Sam Brooks. Well, they're being made to defend. Good take again from Ridyard.
Blake Wallace with the kick. Ridyard faultless again, 2 from 2 in that respect. Into the tackle of McCrone. Spinning run though. Good run as well from Mitch Cox. And the Thatto Heath amateur. In on the wing this afternoon for John Duffy.
Move, Josh! Hold. Go 3.
Thompson with the tackle.
4.
James Bentley.
Marcus square! Wait. Go 4.
Just developing nicely this now. The arm wrestle. Coaches and players term it as lovely stuff.
Brooks at the line, and now Marsh with some space on that left-hand side for Leigh.
Crisp hands. And find the space over on the edge.
Here is the last one. Josh Woods with the kick. O'Brien is underneath that under real pressure. It's going to be a penalty for offside, says Tom Grant, but O'Brien wasn't to know that.
Very, very small margins there. It was a committed chase from Leigh, but Toby Adamson, you can see him, he's just in front of the kicker. That's a real shame for Leigh Centurions. Good work with the ball. And the referee has no option, Tom Grant.
Bit of joy there for Leigh, moving the ball out to Toronto's left. That's probably to the right-hand side, so it's the first time they've really moved the ball. Bit of joy for them. No doubt see them look to move the ball through the big men as well. Douglas, Ashworth, Brooks, the bigger men who can pass the ball. It's going to be a threatening afternoon for Toronto's defence.
They don't come much bigger than Ashton Sims, but that offload was miscalculated really from Gadwin Springer. And so Leigh have a real chance on the back of that.
Very ambitious from Gadwin Springer. He gets his arm free and actually hits one of the defenders, one of the Leigh Centurions defenders, goes to ground, and the Centurions pick the ball up.
It's Toby Adamson with 1 Super League appearance with Salford back in 2010. Going to that right-hand side via Ridyard to James Bentley. Locked up by Latelli. Ridyard again, now Richardson, danger man. He's got the ball away before going into touch, but it's only popped up for Toronto. Real pressure from the Wolfpack, and it's paid off as they get possession back.
Lovely movement of the ball from the Centurions, and Danny Richardson, he ends up with the ball. He's being dragged towards the sideline, throws it back inside out of desperation.
Adam Sidler.
Release, wait. Go.
Strong run from him.
Let him go.
That's Higson.
4.
Former Leigh player Higson. Always nice when you come back to play your former team.
McCrone for Springer. To Andy Thornley's tackle.
Mickey, step back. Hold Mickey. Wait. Go 5.
McCrone. Wallace.
It's clear.
Some space behind the defensive line there, and Ridyard, the coolest man in the Leigh Sports Village, as Blake Wallace was hunting.
He had to be patient then, didn't he? Martin Ridyard could hear the hooves behind him. But Leigh Centurions competing well in the opening 10 minutes in this match. That's a wonderful kick, really testing the fullback, the standing fullback at that. So a penalty earned by Ian Thornley. It's Adam Sidlow.
Danny, here's your mark, pal.
Around about the play of the ball. You'll often see this in rugby league. The backfield, the back five as they call it, coming in, getting some work done, and you see a big man. Might be an element of fatigue, even though there's only 10 minutes on the clock. It's been fast-paced, can't get back, can't get in position, and there's a penalty.
Just shows you that big play from Ridyard there, to be patient, let the ball out, and what's the net result of it? Well, Leigh get the ball, Leigh get a penalty, and now Leigh attacking further downfield, and just little big plays like that just make all the difference for the side.
High-octane start, but nothing to choose between these two in the opening 10.5 minutes.
The ball's been passed and played at scrum Leigh ball.
Leigh are going to get possession here.
There's a hand in, isn't there, as they go down that left side again. Takes it to the line, Josh Brown. I think it's Joe Mellor. It looks like he's making the tackle, but he'll leave his right arm nice and high, won't commit to the tackle, and it touches the ball.
Okay, let's get going. Back going.
Joe Mellor and this Toronto side not having things their own way.
Head in.
Mellor with a happy memory of the Leigh Sports Village. He missed out on Wembley when Widnes were beaten by Castleford here back in 2014 in the semi-final. Here is Higher. Holds on. And pressure from Thompson. Sidlow over the top.
Hold it.
Richardson. Short ball, Sam Brooks. And the ball's come free. Tom Grant confirms a knock-on, so more Toronto pressure gets its reward.
A pretty basic mistake there from Brooks. Probably doesn't have enough of a grip on the ball. He's under pressure, under attention from 3 Toronto defenders. I'd still give that as a defensive win.
It's been a scratchy few minutes, actually. The first 8 minutes of the game were really clinical. I thought both sides have got to the ends of their sets nicely, but last 4 minutes, probably starting with the Gadwin Springer offload that went to ground. The games fall into that, a bit of your error, then our error, but the next team that really gets hold of the ball, completes this set, wins some field position, really good position in this first half. It's been a good standard. I think the game's been good. Toronto will be pleased with some of the things they've done, and Brian McDermott will just be encouraging the big men like Sidlow, who carries the ball here, to play the ball. Sometimes that's your best asset, playing the ball.
The Wolfpack boss will be desperate for his side to complete this set here at least, as they move into that Leigh half of the field. Chase Stanley. Short side play for Mellor.
Limping his way into the tackle then. And you can see he's not entirely comfortable when he collects the ball on the short side. Look at him here.
Okay,
whether he's pulled his hamstring, rolled his ankle.
Yeah. Shot clock on. Is the mark over here? Is the mark?
It doesn't look good. Whatever it is, it's very rare you see a rugby league player pull up like that. Still on the field, but Joe's a tough guy. You know, I've played against Joe Mellor when he played for Widnes for a number of years and been a huge admirer of him, been thoroughly impressed with what he offers. A really dangerous running player. Probably still finding his feet for our team, Toronto. Still finding, you know, his combinations with other players, but he's going to be a real asset.
Limping, John.
Yeah, he's not moving well.
In that tackle, or involved in the tackle on Stefan Marsh there. Sidlow puts the shoulder in this time. Springer over the top. Iron. Get a short side play. Springer defensive. He's solid again. Brings down Ian Thornley. Sims. Shoulder on Brooks. Iron. That was Woods. Great pass at the line. Ridyard. Could have been a penalty. Chase Stanley hold on as Richardson continues though for Leigh, and some footwork from Marsh.
Well, that was a pass to Marsh. It hits his legs or his knees and ricochets forward, but they like that left edge, the Centurions, don't they?
Just sloppy execution from Richardson there. You know, there's nothing wrong with the pass. He's just got to hit the pass on the money. Just a scratchy period in the game. Again, execution's so important. Everybody's trying to do the same things in rugby league. All teams are mimicking each other. Usually the team that executes best is the most dangerous.
Cameron Springer elects not to try the offload this time with the tackle from Hyam. Sims.
Hold. Go, 5.
Ackers now. On from the bench.
It's a fine kick as well. Knows where he's putting it. Martin Ridyard had a lot of work to do in backfield. That's the big difference between Ridyard and Greg McNally. I'm sure when we get in good ball and Leigh Centurions have a look at the try line of the Toronto Wolfpack, we'll see the strengths and the assets of Ridyard, but he's had to work really, really hard.
Some energy going into defence, and another shot comes in from Godwin Springer. They're trying to ramp things up. The Centurions under pressure in their own half here, the Wolfpack. Relieving run from Ridyard into Sims and Dixon. It was Ian Thornley. Now Richardson with the kick. Good one.
Well again, finds the space.
Turns Rawsthorne around. Nick Rawsthorne collects that ball just 5 metres away from his own line, passes it as well, gives it to O'Brien. I don't know whether the former Castleford wanted that one.
I would say he was expecting that. You saw with the slow run of Rawsthorne, he was trying to get in front of his fullback, draw in the chasing defenders. Good work, backfield from Toronto.
You're looking for your wingers and your fullback to link up there, create something, move the ball around. So Nick finding a pass to Gareth O'Brien just to try and move this Leigh defence around.
Almost 16 and a half gone, locked at 0-0. Huge battle in the Betfred Championship. Sidlow. That's Wallace. Tackle over the top came in from James Bentley. McCrone goes aerial, testing Ridyard.
Again, Ridyard there with a high kick. And we'll see that develop throughout the game. Blake Wallace with a big man in front of him, steps off that left foot. He's been looking to isolate Luke Douglas, just put a little bit of pressure on some of those big men in the middle who've had to work hard in defence. What a good game. See Mickey Hyam upended. Is it Gadwin Springer again? It's a committed carry. Gadwin Springer involved in the tackle. He's up top. Andy Ackers low down, picks him above horizontal.
Yeah, Andy Ackers picks a leg there. Gadwin Springer is 125 kilos. So as soon as his weight, gravity takes hold, forces his upper body, marshes upper body towards the ground, and that's just deemed as dangerous in the modern game. You can't do it. And a penalty, and rightly so.
And a lifting of the temperature around the Leigh Sports Village. Ryan McDermott watches on.
Stand up!
Referee's patience holds as Hyam gets that pass away. Luke Douglas with a strong carry first up for Leigh. Richardson holds on initially and then gets a pass away to Ridyard.
You could just see the winger, Mitch Cox. He felt like his side had the overlap. Leigh Centurions chose to keep hold of the ball. Midfield, what have they got now?
Some composure from Richardson. Leigh tried to post the first points. Hyam. Offload comes back from Woods. Solid hit from Ashton Sims. Hyam again. Puts it on the toe this time, and O'Brien in the right place, gets the right side of the line as well.
Danny Richardson is chasing that ball hard. And Bodine Thompson, the man in the picture, does he block, does he obstruct?
That's just, it's such a hard one in the game, because look, Bodine Thompson has to sort of follow the line of the ball. He turns in. Danny Richardson, probably smartly actually, draws contact off Bodine Thompson, results in a penalty, but it's difficult really to ask Bodine Thompson to do anything different in that situation. He's got a job to do. If anything, he may have stopped the try. Danny Richardson looked to be in on the short kick off Mickey Hyam. So, whichever way around, you're happy for your player to do that. Stops the try.
Leigh Centurions crowd doing their best to influence the referee there, as you would expect. They're going to go for 2 points here.
They're going to take the 2 points on offer, Leigh Centurions, and I think that's a nod with the pace of the game, the fact that they've had a little look at the line of the Toronto Wolfpack, not managed to get over. Danny Richardson, so influential for St Helens last year, played all 34 league and cup, so far unable to get a game for St Helens. Pops over to the Centurions and gives them a little bit of something they might need.
13 goals for Martin Ridyard already in the championship this season. That's number 14, and Leigh ahead by 2 points to 0.
Bodine Thompson, the guilty man, will be eager to make up. It was a beautiful kick from Mickey Hyam. Smart, intelligent kick, looking to get the ball behind the try line, hoping one of his players, potentially Danny Richardson, can dab it down, but 2 points will do.
Yeah, Gareth O'Brien was there, wasn't it? So, you know, Bodine Thompson probably not needed, but as a defensive structure, you're asking your big men to turn around and follow those kicks and escort any runners off the ball. Just on the point of Danny Richardson, he's got a point to prove, hasn't he? You know, he hasn't been picked. He was a standout player for St Helens. I played with him all of last year. And he comes into this game full of hunger, a point to prove, and trying to get back into one of the best teams in Super League currently. And that's dangerous, isn't it, for the Toronto Wolfpack? Jack Ashworth, again, point to prove. Danny Richardson, point to prove. These lads who want to play for St Helens in the Super League will be looking for big performances.
Toby Adamson with a good run on that Leigh left-hand side. Hyam inside for Woods. Shows it to a couple, gives it to Douglas. Wrapped up by 2, Thompson and Ackers in defence for the Wolfpack. Speared downfield by Josh Woods. Bounces for Higson.
We do have 2 quality kickers, in fact more than 2 quality kickers, both sides. Got a number of options. On that occasion it was Josh Woods. Quick play the ball from Luke Douglas. Gave him a little bit of time. This is a fast-paced game.
Rawstone with that carry, and then McCrone. Much room to work though before Douglas comes in. Alongside Joe Cater on from the substitutes bench.
Good line speed there from Adamson. Comes off the line, trying to put a bit of a shot on the replacement, Darcy Lussick.
Good offload finds Blake Wallace at some space. Closed down by Richardson. Bentley over the top. Andy Ackers. On the last, goes back. And the kick comes in from Mellor, I think. That's taken again really well by Martin Ridyard.
Remarkably well, Ridyard. I think that's about the 6th or 7th occasion. Has to get a move on, travels 8, 10, 15 metres to collect the ball.
It's a tough one as well because it's falling. It's going away from him almost as he catches it. Catches it low down. A great take.
Thornley with a carry. Lussick with the tackle then. It's on Cater. Already the last one for the Centurions, only just in the Toronto half of the field, and Josh Woods looking for the side there. That's a really good kick.
This is a high-quality game. This is the sweet art of rugby league, this. Getting to your kicks, putting pressure on your opponent when it's your time to defend, asking questions when you've got the ball in hand, and then at the back end with quality kicks like that. I wonder whether we'll see as this game pushes on into 25, 30 minutes. Some of those quality kickers try and bend that ball, keep it in field, make it a little bit about your engine and your energy and your tank.
Yeah, tactics there, get the ball off the field, slows everything down. That's probably an indication that Leigh are feeling the pinch of the speed of the game a little bit. For your half-back, kick the ball out, have a scrum, regather your thoughts, and then prep for a big defensive set. And this is where Toronto are challenged teams. You know, my team, big and powerful, blessed with big men and footwork through the middle of the field, and that's where we've had some joy. I'm sure Leigh have done the homework this week on how to stop us through the middle of the field. Ashton Sims, another big man, carries the ball, usually lands on his foot like that.
Wants a quicker play the ball than that. Gives it to Ackers. That was McCrone. O'Brien, useful into Stanley. That's a brilliant pass to Higson. Higson cuts back inside, faced by Adamson. Hyam over the top. Here is O'Brien again. Last one. McCrone, cross field, looking for Latelli. Latelli jumps. going to come up for Ridyard, and there might be some broken space here, broken play for Leigh, just for a moment.
He chases really hard, doesn't he, Leigh? He's diving towards the ball, can't get a clean catch. But again, another contest at the back end of sets. I know we see the Mitch Cox not allowed to simply catch it, and there's a penalty at the play of the ball. Urgency from the Leigh Centurions. And I agree, it's a great point that, John, the fitness levels, the part-time side versus the full-time side. At the minute, with 24 minutes on the clock, they've done okay, but they've got to sustain that pressure.
The best way to do that is respected possession. You know, make sure you execute your skill with the ball. Don't hand over cheap possession, and then also off the back of it, kick into corners and get your rest. And that's what Leigh have done well, actually. Accurate kicking game off Wood and Richardson has resulted in some good field position for Leigh.
They had some good field position there momentarily with Ridyard, but there's a knock on here.
He's just a little bit too close to the sideline, Martin Ridyard. Vastly experienced player at 33 years of age. He's going towards the sideline. He's trying to push it back to one of his teammates. Skips to the outside. Great defence from Chase Stanley. Initial contact, pulls him towards the sideline. He's disappointed with that, Ridyard.
That's what I was talking about. That's exactly what they don't want to do. If you're feeling like your energy's low, you've got to respect possession. Just get through your sets of 6. Ridyard, unfortunately, coming up with the error.
Another one who enjoyed last week against his former club. 13 points against Featherstone Rovers. Martin Ridyard. Something perhaps on the Toronto left-hand side. O'Brien hangs on. Good tackle as well coming in. That came in from James Bentley. And then he's undone that good work. Giving the penalty away. Too hot to handle there, Toronto.
Another one of the dual reggers. James Bentley, dual regging from St Helens. Grasping, done for footwork by Gareth O'Brien.
Big chance this then for Toronto.
Hold, Luke, hold!
Big test for the Leigh defensive line. Here is Andy Ackers. Short pass first up for Lussick.
Move! Hold. Go to.
This time it's Sidlow. Sidlow flicks the ball back. Wallace is there. Wallace with some footwork. Wallace looking for the line. And Wallace does find the line. And Toronto have the first try at the Leigh Sports Village. Blake Wallace over for his second of the season. Look what it means to the Canadian fans in this stadium. A hat-trick against Leigh at the Lamport Stadium in 2018. And Blake Wallace with the first 4-pointer at the Leigh Sports Village in 2019.
Well, some indiscipline punished. The Leigh Centurions give a penalty away at the play of the ball. From that possession, back against the other side of the ruck from Big Sidlow. Flops the ball over the top. What about the dancing feet? Wonderful stuff from Blake Wallace. Watch him here, he has defenders in front of him, Blake Wallace. Martin Ridyard, flat-footed, can't keep up. Good determination and acceleration. That's a top-class try, that.
But lots of teams set up for a big play during the set of 6. So they might take a couple of rucks to a point on the field and then they're going to play. Well, Adam Sidlow's job was probably to get to that point there. But a majority of tries in rugby league come off the back of little offloads, short passes you're not expecting. Exactly that there. Great offload from Adam Sidlow.
O'Brien looking to square the ledger with Martin Ridyard on 14 goals so far this season. 2 more points for Toronto Wolfpack, and the visitors lead by 6 points to 2.
Yeah, great try from Toronto, and actually probably settled the nerves. Andy Ackers jumping out. Sidlow too strong up top. Compulsive offload of the ball, and then Blake Wallace has got magical feet at times. Had the grip and the strength to reach over. Look, such an attacking threat, Blake Wallace. A guy who you play with and you give him the ball, he takes people on. He takes people's inside shoulders. Looking for those defenders that have clocked off, and he'll take advantage of it like he did then.
What's the Leigh response like? First setback really for John Duffy. Good hit first up from Ian Thornley.
They have competed extremely well, the Leigh Centurions. It shouldn't really change anything in the mindset. What they have to do is lock up that ball. Big Sidlow, second occasion he's got the ball away.
Hold.
Chase Stanley finds some space on that Toronto right-hand side. That's McCrone. Standing start from Sims, gives it to Mellor. It's a really good pass out to Rawsthorne. Taking on Cox. Richardson in there as well. Bentley, that's the third man in.
The game just opened up in the last minute or two. Offloads, expansive passes, and then Toronto, with variety, will then take it forward, bash it up for a few, and get the ball away.
Really good contest developing at the Leigh Sports Village. Ridyard is turned around by the kick.
Another wonderful kick. It holds up in the in-goal area, and a good kick chase as well.
Led by Darcy Lussick.
Go, well timed.
Approaching the half-hour mark, 6 points to 2 in favour of the Toronto Wolfpack, looking to extend their perfect start to 2019, make it 4 from 4. Sit neck and neck with Sheffield at the top of the table as things stand.
Go 3.
Ben, if you think about it from a Leigh perspective, good line speed from Lussick. They would have prepared all week about a good start. They would have spoken about matching it with Toronto, going set for set, and possibly strapping in and getting ready for the 10 minutes before half-time. And they might be a little bit gassed, and they have to really focus on the detail of the game plan, which is getting that kick away, chasing hard, and putting pressure on Toronto.
And exactly that, a bit of pressure on O'Brien. Sorry, John.
Yeah, a bit flat, Leigh. I think, look, you make errors and you concede penalties when you're tired. I think Leigh are looking more fatigued than Toronto at this stage. It's resulted in a few errors, penalty here, infringements in the ruck are more common when you're tired. Adamson just on the field and getting his feet trapped. Gareth O'Brien trying to wriggle free.
It's on me.
A penalty to Toronto, and they're just in the ascendancy here. Now they'll be aware that Leigh are on the ropes and got the opportunity to score some points.
Big 10 minutes to the break, you feel here, for the Leigh Centurions, and Lussick takes it forward strongly.
Hold. Go 2.
Ackers, short ball. That's McCrone.
3. Move.
Desperate to try and get the ball away. Woods
Go 3.
clamped it successfully, and Lussick now into Hyan.
Move is the mark.
Toby Adamson over the top,
Go 4.
alongside Joe Cater. McCrone, Wallace. He scored a brilliant try already in this first half. Sidlow. Sidlow trying to use his strength to get over. There's 2 in the tackle there, 3 in the tackle there. Kenny, he's got over the line.
He won't get it down, Ben. He'll get over the line. Big Adam Sidlow. Patient approach from the Toronto Wolfpack. They set up. They have a shift play with bodies in motion. Lots of deception. And at the back end, Big Sidlow finds himself at dummy half, thinks, I'll have a go. There's always a chance. So the defence of the Leigh Centurions on that occasion was up to it.
Okay to go, yeah?
Is that Mickey Iam in the background? Experienced Mickey Iam, breathing in the big ones, possibly giving his team a few precious extra seconds.
Stand, wait.
He's used to dealing with a lot of traffic, is Mickey Hyan. You know, he's defended in the middle his whole career. Big men love to run at him. He's a smaller sort of player. We call him spot players or a target player in the middle of the field. And he's used to dealing with that. But big Darcy Lussick, big contact with Mickey Hyan there. See old Mickey Hyan blowing.
Run around, frees up Danny Richardson, and now he's away. The St Helens man, former St Helens man.
Good break from the Centurions, a goose step from Danny Richardson.
Top point scorer in Super League last year. Here we go with Ridyard. Into McCrone. Woods.
Again going back to their left.
Wait!
Nothing set up on that occasion.
McCrone alive to the danger there though. And Ridyard just puts a ball in there, and O'Brien called upon again. Faultless.
It's a good kick though. What it does is it makes Toronto come away from their own line in the corner. Leigh Centurions can compress the defence and put plenty of bodies in front.
Noise levels rise again around the Leigh Sports Village.
That was an important carry from Ashton Sims, playing big minutes. The bench has been good for the Toronto Wolfpack. Lussick, Ackers, Sidlow, all making big contributions, but 32 minutes for the big front row to stick his hand up, take his team forward. Sterling work from him. There's the break from Danny Richardson. shows the ball.
Wait for the foot.
We've seen him do that a number of times in Super League for St Helens. Just can't find a support player.
7 to go first half. Toronto in front by 4. Dixon with a good offload. And now Darcy Lussick. So how devastating he was last week against the Widnes Vikings. A brilliant run.
That's the value of an offload, a quality offload. It gives you 15, 20 extra metres.
It was McCrone for Wallace, now Ricky Latelli. One outstanding last week in Newcastle on the score sheet. And now Wallace, room to work. Wallace to the tackle there of Richardson.
Again, left foot step, big man in front of him. I'm sure we'll see that. We'll see that for a try at some point today.
James Bentley in there as well. Here is Sidlow. Bentley also involved in that tackle over the top, alongside Sam Brooks. Andy Ackers, though, urgency from acting half, and Andy Ackers almost over the line. So close. Just a couple of metres short. Desperate defence from the Centurions. Last one coming up. Lussick gets the ball away. O'Brien with a really nice kick. He's picked it up, Hickson, and he's put it down. Adam Hickson scores against his former club. 8 seasons with the Leigh Centurions, 65 tries in 155 games in this part of the world, and a sweet moment for Adam Hickson as he extends Toronto's advantage at the Leigh Sports Village.
High skill involved in this try. You see Andy Ackers comes out, he's the man that should be acting half at this point, but the replacement forward, Darcy Lussick, steps in, delivers a perfect pass, and now after another pass, the quality, the accuracy of that kick behind the line leaves Centurions impossible. And there's actually 2 players in attendance there. Chase Stanley allows his winger Hickson to pick it up, who has enough about him, enough composure to pick it up. Even though there's a defender accounting for him, he spins round and puts it down. Another try for the Toronto Wolfpack.
Leigh Miners, Rangers product.
Great touch from Gareth O'Brien, sorry Ben. Yeah, a really depth touch. What he's doing there is trying to bring Marsh, the winger, up. And we'll see it again soon, but as Marsh comes up out of the defensive line, Gareth O'Brien slides the ball in behind. Good touch from him.
It's O'Brien to try and extend this lead. Wide of the target with the kick. An 8-point advantage nonetheless for the Wolfpack. Toronto lead by 10 points to 2.
It's last play. So what Gareth O'Brien has just spotted Marsh up on the end of the line, the Leigh winger. He's been aggressive. He's naturally an aggressive, defensive sort of player. There's space in behind, and that's where Gareth O'Brien aims the kick perfectly well. And a good pick-up from Hickson, who's moving at full tilt to collect the ball. But Gareth O'Brien is a half-back. You know, so he's got all the skill and ability of a half-back, but playing at full-back, and there's the benefit of that.
First for Adam Hickson since a 4-pointer against Batley in July. Toronto got time to add to this lead before the interval. Deep in their own half with Ashton Sims.
Hold it. Go 2.
Lussick now.
3.
Really lifted the game, the bench, since they've come on. Darcy Lussick carting the ball forward, getting his side some momentum.
4.
McCrone.
Wait for it, wait! Go 4.
Sidlow.
Surrender!
Just get the feeling the Centurions are praying.
Go
For half-time, a little bit shell-shocked. 2 tries in quick succession. We talked about 30 minutes, 32 minutes being the period where they'll be a bit gassed, a bit fatigued and a bit vulnerable, and that's proved to be the case.
And Leigh have competed hard, haven't they? And I think one thing that take a lot of positives from this first half so far is they've not structurally been broken down. There's not been a number of clean breaks conceded. Toronto haven't really created a lot of space with their attack. There's been a try from an offload and a try from a kick behind, and I think they'll take a lot of confidence from that. Structurally, not been broken down by Toronto as of yet.
Strong carry from Ian Thornley.
5. No! Wait!
This will already be the last though for the Leigh Centurions. Pressure on Richardson.
It's clear.
Excellent kick under that pressure, finds O'Brien. He has Rawsthorne for company.
Under no pressure, Gareth O'Brien. He collects that ball on the full. leisurely finds the winger from the left side.
Wait,
Under kick pressure from Bodine Thompson.
Two.
It's okay, the referee. Happy with that. Kick pressure.
Go two.
Ricky Latelli first up, and Rawsthorne now dumped to the ground. Good tackle there.
He wasn't committed when he collected that ball, Nick Rawsthorne. Matty Russell, he makes that play, carts that ball up 20 times in a match.
Hold on there. Go four.
On the fourth, Lussick plays it. McCrone's pass goes astray.
Outcome. Outcome.
Despair on the face of Josh McCrone.
Penalty offside.
Yeah, poor pass there from Josh McCrory.
Time off.
Went to dive on the ball, couldn't get it back. I just want to reiterate a point here from that Barry made about how important Toronto's bench has been. Darcy Lussick in particular coming on, making a real fist of taking this team forward. The bench has been exceptional for Toronto.
You okay, yeah?
He given the penalty for offside.
Leigh Centurions, they get the ball back, don't they? Doing their best to unsettle. Chase Stanley picks that ball up. He's in an offside position. Over on that right side, Joe Mellor, of course, went off the field. That let Toronto bring Andy Ackers on. Big defence on Tom Spencer.
Spencer plays the ball inside the last minute, first half. How Leigh would love to get their first try. In the last minute of this 40. Woods it is. Josh Woods so close.
Give them such a boost, the Centurions, a try before the half-time hooter.
Roared on by this crowd. Tom Spencer takes the ball in. Can't get past Sidlow. Can't get past Thompson. Tackles running out for the Centurions. Shanson running out.
Last play. Richardson.
8 points adrift. Richardson. Pass slightly adrift. Promoted by Bentley. Dropped on gratefully by Blake Wallace.
Skill's just not up to it for the Centurions. Pass out in front. It's on the floor. It's a little bit of a scuffed kick. And the Toronto Wolfpack will go in at half-time in reasonable control of this match.
Some work to do first. Leigh defence is hunting. This is Hickson. One of the try scorers. And that is the last action of this first 40 minutes. It's been an intriguing contest. The Toronto Wolfpack on course currently to extend their perfect start to the championship in 2019. Early penalty from Leigh put them ahead, courtesy of Martin Ridyard. But 2 tries in 9 minutes from Toronto Wolfpack. An absolute classic from Blake Wallace, converted by Gareth O'Brien. And a sweet moment for Adam Hickson, who crosses against his former club with 5 to go. At the interval, Toronto Wolfpack in command. They lead the break by 10 points to 2.
Happy 21st birthday to PJ McGrogan, love from Mom. Happy 21st birthday to Zach Lewis, love from Karen. A happy 20th birthday to Connor Roberts today from family and friends in the Northland. A happy birthday to Shelley Guest for yesterday. A happy birthday to Gemma Lewis for Friday just gone. The same happy birthday to Janet Moritz for tomorrow. And a happy birthday to Carly Leyland for next Wednesday. That comes from everybody here at Leigh Centurions. A reminder that if you're following the Centurions away this season, you can buy tickets from the ticket office. Remember, if you buy from us, we retain 10% of all ticket sales we make. So let's make the away days nice and noisy for the fans. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the pitch staff, patients and family members from Wigan and Leigh Hospice. helped by Golden, Parkside and Leigh Miners under 10s with the red and white pitch-length scarf made by people from Wigan and Leigh Hospice Oak Centre, patients and the local community. The scarf is made of 500 red and white squares which were knitted by hospice users, their carers, volunteers from the hospice, the Good Yarn Knitting Group and the community who sent in squares following a public appeal. The squares will be made into small scarves and be auctioned off to raise funds for the hospice. Please give everyone a huge round of applause. Once again, bigger applause for the patients, family members from Wigan and Leigh Hospice. Once again, the squares will be made into smaller scarves and be auctioned off to raise funds for the hospice.
At NFU Mutual, we believe in having real conversations with our customers. That's why we know our customers prefer car insurance they can rely on. At NFU Mutual, we pay out on 98% of claims with a no-quibble approach. And we protect your no-claims discount if you're hit by an uninsured driver. Oh, and we also include RAC breakdown cover as standard too. These are some of the reasons we are the Which Insurance Provider of the Year. To start a real conversation about your car insurance, call now or search NFU Mutual.
You want to keep your savings for the things you love, not a new boiler. We're with you. That's why with British Gas, you could get 2 years interest-free credit on all our new boilers. So you can spread the cost with regular monthly payments and still do the things you want this winter. Plus you get expert installation and peace of mind with our 5-year warranty. Thanks. And now, get £150 to treat yourself when you book a quote by the 28th of February. Search British Gas New Boiler.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have to wait so long?
Wouldn't it be nice to keep things you normally lose? Well, unlike anyone else, Sky Mobile rolls over all your unused data for up to 3 years. So it's there when you need it most. Make the most of all that data on the new Samsung Galaxy S10. Pre-order now on Sky Mobile. Hello, possible.
Where do you want to go?
Airport, please.
Whenever I see you, I always think of...
Hotels.
That's it. I'd love to take my family on a beach holiday this year.
Oh, yeah? Where to?
My wife's been dreaming about going to Thailand for years. Her mum, she wants to see the elephants. Kids love splashing around in the pool. So it needs to be a family-friendly hotel.
Let's see. Beach, pool, and family-friendly.
It's that simple. our ideal hotel.
Hotel Trivago.
Only Sky Cinema customers can see Serenity in their homes on the same day as it's released in cinemas.
Good to see you, John. My husband is joining me here tomorrow. I will give you $10 million to take him out on your boat and drop him in the ocean for the sharks.
Serenity. In cinemas and on Sky Cinema from Friday.
Big thank you to Moira and Bernie on behalf of Impact Insurance.
Next assignment for the Toronto Wolfpack trip to the Tetley Stadium to face the Dewsbury Rams. That's next Sunday, March the 3rd in the Betfred Championship. Check your local listings for that one. At half-time, Toronto Wolfpack are in control here at the Leigh Sports Village. They lead the Leigh Centurions by 10 points to 2. The only 2 tries of that first 40 scored by Blake Wallace and Adam Higson. Let's have a look now at the best moments of that first 40 minutes in the company of Brian McDermott and John Wilkin.
Well, a really tight game, and Leigh Centurions matching the Toronto Wolfpack. That element in particular for the Toronto Wolfpack. The kicking game, they continued to put the ball behind the try line, and Blake Wallace, Joe Mello while he was on the field, gave a lot of work to Martin Ridyard. And what has been good for the Leigh Centurions has been their left edge. A couple of times they've had a look. Their accuracy and their skill level hasn't been up to the right standard. And here was the closest opportunity. Danny Richardson trying to get hold of one of the kicks from Mickey Hyam, who's had a good opening first half. 2 points came from that penalty, no try. And it was the Toronto Wolfpack that got on the score sheet first. The big replacement forward, Sid Lowe, flops it back to that man Blake Wallace, and that was the Toronto's first try.
It's often the unstructured things that work in rugby league. Loads of structure can get you to a part of the field where you can play from, but this is just an offload from a big man, and great footwork from Blake Wallace. Great strength to score the try, and that settled Toronto's nerves. Adam Sidlow obviously got excited, the offload got him going, got him into the game, tried to barge over, held up, and good Leigh defence. I thought Leigh's defence was very good in the main. As I said during the commentary, structurally not broken down by Toronto too often, so they'll be delighted with that. And this is maybe one of the areas in which Leigh can break open the Toronto defence. Danny Richardson running the ball. Leigh need Danny Richardson to run the ball. He's going to cause problems. Another chance here. Toronto close. Andy Acker's pulled short. This resulted in the try. Gaz O'Brien, right foot kick, brought Stephen Marsh, the winger, up. Higson did well to actually regather that. He's a tall fella. Got down low, picked the ball up. Great kick from Gareth O'Brien. A good time.
So the Leigh supporters know their team are in a real battle here. The Wolfpack only conceded 2 tries now in 280 minutes. It's the second try of the season for Blake Wallace in that first period, and Adam Higson, as I say, the former Leigh man, would be delighted to open his account. So at the break here at the Leigh Sports Village, Toronto Wolfpack in control at half-time. They lead this one by 10 points to 2.
Hello.
Here's your package.
Finally.
Surprise!
Stop! Your pizza.
Yes, Mum.
Can I help you?
See, hear and speak to whoever's at your door from anywhere. Enjoy the convenience and peace of mind of the Ring video doorbell.
Hey, man, it's me.
Sorry, Paul, I'm on holiday.
Okay, have fun.
Thank you.
Visit ring.com or get yours at selected retailers. Ring, always home.
Run your home like a pro with Currys PC World.
Save up to £250 on these Samsung American-style fridge freezers. This one has a water and ice dispenser, now just $849. Spend more time cooking and less time cleaning with this Beko range of built-in appliances from only $199, our lowest price. Plus, you can buy the latest tech now and spread the cost with your planned flexible credit on purchases from £99. Apply online or talk to one of us in-store today at Currys PC World.
Engaging conversations and a shot at finding the one. That's why I'm on Elite Singles.
Find chemistry that lasts at elitesingles.co.uk. I used to book my hotel room on those travel sites, but there was always a catch. Like somehow you'd wind up getting less. But now I book at Hilton.com and I get all these great perks. I got to select my room from the floor plan.
Very nice.
You know, I'm good at picking stuff. Free Wi-Fi, laptop by the pool's a bold choice, and the price match guarantee.
How do you know all this? Are you like some magical Hilton fairy?
It's just here on the Hilton app. Just available to the public, so. Book at Hilton.com and get the Hilton price match guarantee. If you find a lower rate, we match it and give you 25% off that stay.
Little things, atoms and molecules, textures and elements. The comfort of soft cloud-like fibers, the touch of indulgent fabric, the detail of elegant stitching lines. Coming home can feel special again, because little things make life better. Sofology. Feel at home on a sofa you love.
It's so easy to find great local tradespeople thanks to mybuilder.com. Just post your job and you'll get responses from local trades, screened by MyBuilder and reviewed by previous customers.
Being able to look at reviews from other people, it gives you that reassurance that they're going to do a good job.
Post your job on mybuilder.com. It's easy and it's free.
Peugeot SUVs, a multi-award-winning range so impressive, there'll be one for you. The 2008 SUV, compact, stylish, and as comfortable in the city as it is in the mountains. The 3008 SUV, packed full of technology, agile on all grounds. The 5008 SUV, the large, ultra-flexible 7-seater built for adventure. Experience the multi-award-winning Peugeot SUV range now.
Only Sky Cinema customers can see Serenity in their homes on the same day as it's released in cinemas.
Good to see you, John. My husband is joining me here tomorrow. I will give you $10 million to take him out on your boat and drop him in the ocean for the sharks.
Serenity. In cinemas and on Sky Cinema from Friday.
Welcome back to the Leigh Sports Village, where at the break, Toronto Wolfpack are ahead by 10 points to 2. Former Leigh man Adam Higson on the score sheet alongside Blake Wallace. Leigh points coming from an early Martin Ridyard penalty. 10 points to 2 half-time. Let's look at the stats from that first period.
Well, quite a few of the numbers similar. Possession, pretty much 50-50, but the big one for me, Toronto Wolfpack completing at 90%. You're going to win most games completing high like that. Leigh Centurions, 7 missed tackles, 6 penalties. They could do a little bit better if they had more possession.
It's the errors and penalties that ultimately probably cost Leigh's energy at the back end of that half. Obviously part-time, Leigh Centurions need to be really conscious of preserving their energy. 3 errors, 6 penalties, and that just saps your energy for defence.
Leigh crowd packed in for this one. They know that their team is in a real battle at the break. Toronto Wolfpack favourites, of course, for the Betfred Championship. Leigh, the latest test. It's going to be Toronto, shape of Gareth O'Brien, who will kick things off in this second period.
Down the room!
$10 points to 2 as O'Brien with the restart. Woods collects. Dixon in quickly, Lussick in quickly.
Good defence from Toronto. Looking to start the second half how they ended the first half, putting pressure, getting up quick, taking the energy away from the Centurions.
Tom Spencer took the first tackle, that was Toby Adamson. Dixon in there, Sidlow in there. Spencer to the ground again.
Nice work, going back behind to play the ball. Luke Adamson, good line.
Kick from Josh Woods. Caught on the full by Joe Mellor. By Gareth O'Brien, I should say.
It looks pretty, Ben, but believe me, Centurions will be disappointed. One with where the kick was put, because the fullback just simply collects the ball and meanders forward 10 or 15 metres, but to the end to that set.
Darcy Lussick. Hackers ignores Sidlow, ignores Sims. Gives it to McCrone. That was O'Brien.
Did well to stay in the field of play, Chase Stanley.
O'Brien again, back inside for McCrone.
Movement from the ball now. The first half, Toronto. That's a good offload.
Offload from Sidlow. Hackers in space. Lussick. Wallace, though, immediately shut down.
In quick, the Centurions there. Made that tackle.
He's been impressive in defence, James Bentley.
It's clear, it's clear.
O'Brien's kick under pressure. And now it's Ridyard who feels the heat.
He does well. He knows that the sideline is just out of his peripheral vision. He collects the ball, awareness on the sideline, but the Toronto Wolfpack, with that possession set, shifting the ball, getting away from that tight middle channel and looking to hit the edges.
And that's a message from half-time, isn't it? They've gone in at half-time and said, look, boys, we've got to move the ball more. We need to find some space. Toronto really showing that in the first set of the 6. Now the challenge is for Leigh. How do they come up with a line break? They need to break down this Toronto defence, but they need to find ways to do that.
Josh Woods looking to unpick it now. It's away from a couple, gets a nice ball away to Richardson.
That's okay, the offloads. Not doing the prescripted stuff. And Josh Woods steps back and just makes them think. A nice end of the set, finds the grass, finds the field. What's the kick chase like?
Adam Higson about to find out.
Move, Sam Ginny! Hold, Sam,
Adamson.
hold! Go on.
Gets to his feet. A little bit uncomfortably there, Higson.
Now what will we see from Toronto? A pass, 2 passes.
Go 2.
O'Brien. There's McCrone, now Sims.
Play on still 2.
Sidlow looking for the offload.
He's just too big to be trying to tackle him one-on-one. Has that big arm, that telescopic arm of his, looking for a support player.
Here is Andrew Dixon. Nice line.
Help! Wait. Go for Josh, you're not square.
That's McCrone. Wallace. O'Brien. Bounces in front of Latelli, and now Rawstorm with some space. Rawstorm still going. Good tackle from Cox. Had to be as well. Goes back for Thompson. That's O'Brien. Steepling kick. Collected really well. There's Martin Ridyard underneath that.
He's offside, Latelli. Ricky Latelli, the number 4, who's done this all game. He's really challenged when that ball has gone up high. His keenness, his awareness, his enthusiasm. Gareth O'Brien. He's saying, I kicked it, I've led the chase.
Yeah, Ricky Latelli came over from the NRL with a great reputation defensively. I watched a lot of his clips in the NRL, and a fantastically square defender in his position. Very rarely gets beat defensively, and I've seen all of that, but also been hugely impressed when he's been at the Wolfpack with his ability to step and beat people on the inside shoulder. He's been a real coup. To get him over to the Toronto Wolfpack's been a massive achievement for them.
Quality centres in this Toronto Wolfpack side. Quality throughout. For 17. This is Woods. Short ball.
He had a player. Joe Cato on his right side, carrying the ball in his right arm. Couldn't find that offload. That's a good kick. Skirts with the sideline, and a big tackle again. Cato makes the pass. That's got them excited, the Centurions now. Good shoulder contact.
And a knock on.
And a mistake comes Chase Stanley. Gets out.
That's a big one. Just a little fumble as he's playing the ball. It's a big one. And Leigh got rewarded there for an aggressive action with the defence. Cater decided, right, Gareth O'Brien's got the ball, I'm going to go get him. That just increases intensity. How much did everyone lift? When he went and make that contact, it lifts everybody. And look what it's done to this Leigh side here. Really infused by that big defensive effort from Cater.
Former Hull KR player Joe Cater as well. Backed himself, come over to the northwest, establishing himself in this side. And if that's all he does, good service from 9, intelligent decisions on who to pass to, an enthusiastic defence, then that'll be good enough.
Woods fed the scrum. Richardson, the danger man, gives it to Andy Thornley. Bodie Thompson round his legs there.
Hold at him. Go
Real examination for the Toronto Wolfpack defence. Here is Douglas. Drives towards the line. There's 4 in there to prevent further progress.
Wait, is him out? That's 2. Go 2.
Plays it eventually. Untidy pass. Richardson is brilliantly in the circumstances to give it to Woods. It's not an organised attack so far.
There are plenty of tackles in the bank.
Oh, that's his step back.
Somebody needs to take responsibility.
Andy Thornley plays the ball. That's Sam Brooks.
4.
Now Luke Adamson.
Wait. Go 4.
That was Cater. Provided the urgency. That's a great offload as well. And Woods. And O'Brien in the right place, inevitably. Snuffs out the danger.
The offload was good enough there. At some point, what Josh Woods needed to do was try and have a look at the sideline. He was too busy looking for somebody to pass to.
Wait.
And then all that good work undone.
Wait for me,
Toby Adamson on that occasion. He's too tangled up in the wrestle and the tackle.
Josh.
Real shame for Centurions.
A great defensive set from Toronto. Look, we've only conceded 2 tries this year, and a big thing that we've worked really hard on, is the defensive mentality. He's going into games and looking to keep a clean sheet, and that intensity of goal line defence is something that I know Brian McDermott's been really proud of from our boys in the opening rounds of the year.
The ball, Luke! Hold!
Still shut this Leigh defence, or the Leigh attack, out in this opening 47.5 minutes. What can they do in attack there with the telly?
That's beautiful stuff. What an offload.
Taken by O'Brien though, and now perhaps a counter from Leigh. Here is Richardson, roared on by this crowd, looking for Woods. Doesn't find Woods. Comes back for Toronto.
Play on.
No advantage, it's a knock-on.
The referee saying there's no advantage. Wonderful skill. Unfortunately, it doesn't go into hand from Ricky Latelli. Left hand, it's just a little bit too high from Gareth O'Brien, but credit the defence. Danny Richardson just does enough to spook the player, and he can't collect it.
He's disappointed with that, is Ricky Latelli. He's got the ability to find that pass if he needs to, but I think more importantly, he would have liked to have retrospectively got down, played that ball, banked the progress that Toronto had made and play on from there. But a great piece of skill. I've seen a lot of offloads from Toronto. Adam Sidlow always getting the ball. Ashton Sims, who put in a big shift in that first half, 40 minutes on the field. All these guys capable of offloading the ball.
Leigh move into that Toronto half of the field. Toronto without try machine Matty Russell. He's out with an ankle problem this afternoon, and so Nick Rosethorne takes his place.
Quick Anthony Mullally making his debut today. Wants to make an impression on the division, on his teammates.
Luke Douglas with a solid carry. Quick play of the ball as well. What can they do on the back of this? Here is Richardson, and now Woods. Great pass at the line. There could be something here as Ridyard moves in. He had Marsh with him. Offload the ball, though. Good pressure. Chase Stanley was 15 metres away from that Toronto Wolfpack line. Woods. Nice ball for Richardson.
Timing not quite right there for the Centurions.
Go 5.
Allowed that Wolfpack defence to get in, affect the tackle on the last crossfield kick. They jump highest and the ball flipped out. It's gone forward though. They're going to touch the ball down, but it's not going to count. A forward pass.
Forward, it's turnover.
Referee Tom Grant immediately on the spot, immediately gives the decision.
Don't they do well, the Centurions, when that kick goes up? Ian Thornley played a little bit of rugby union in his time over in Yorkshire. He knows what he's doing. He finds that offload. It's forward. It's messy.
Play the ball. No, it's on me.
And
Go.
it might be that what they need to do to unlock this Toronto defence. They're going to have to come up with maybe a creative kick, a good short kick to regather the ball. Because as I said, they're not breaking the defensive structure of Toronto down. Richardson and Woods have got a big job on here to find some space, to get a defender to turn in, to get somebody to overchase. However they do it, it's a big job on for Woods and Richardson to create some space for their teammates.
3. Move, Toronto ball! Wait.
Nowhere for Dixon to go. Untidy play the ball through Acker's legs, and then Sims picks up, gives it to Wallace.
4.
And I'm telling you, that left foot step, we'll see that at some point in this second half. Over on the left side. Nice skills and flicks, and these Centurions might do better than, or wouldn't do better than taking a look at what Toronto are doing. Offload to players in space who are flooding forward. There's probably the first poor kick from the Toronto Wolfpack in the entire match. We've got 50 minutes.
Yeah, kicking game's been great. Blake Wallace, again, disappointed with that. 2 errors. Ricky Latelli's offload to an error, then Blake Wallace kick out on the full, but credit the pressure there from Luke Adamson. Good intensity. Brian McDermott, what will he be saying to his players now? Get back to game plan. Complete your sets. That 90% completion got them 10-2 up at half-time. They're looking for more of the same now.
Nobody! Ricky, get here! Hold Ashton. Go, let's go, mate.
Thompson with the tackle.
That's how you run onto a ball. Hard and strong.
2! Move Adam! Andy, hold! Step back! Go 2.
Woods. Nice pass off the toe of Richardson, but knock on.
I'm going to give that again. Defensive pressure from Toronto, getting off the line. Even though he's trying to bite into the line, he's trying to take it as far as he can, Josh Woods. Look at the pressure from Andy Ackers.
Yeah, great piece of line speed from Andy Ackers, and that just puts your skill under pressure. It scrutinises your skill. It makes sure it's got to be on the money, and Woods came up short in that area. A miscommunication between him and Danny Richardson, but big defensive efforts all over from the Toronto Wolfpack. Andy Ackers in particular on that occasion.
Ball in! Get it in now, mate.
Danny Richardson, key man for this Leigh side, Super League's top goal kicker and points last year. Ricky Latelli, though, is away.
Beautiful footwork. I think he does. I think it's Danny Richardson. He does. Danny Richardson with just a skip.
Rosethorn gets the ball in field. Can set something here, the Toronto Wolfpack further on from O'Brien. This is Chase Stanley. Stanley cutting back in field, taken down by opposite number Ian Thornley. O'Brien, quick play the ball. Real examination coming up with this Leigh defensive line. Mullally now, how he would like a debut try. Former Leeds Rhino. 5 metres away. And they hold them out. Wallace with the short ball this time. Bodine Thompson plays it. Wallace is still there. Penalty, Wolfpack.
He knows exactly what he's doing when he picks that ball up. Wonderful movement as we see a yellow card for the player penalised. He's Danny Richardson. He's holding on at the play of the ball. That's a professional foul. And then he's in the way. He knows exactly what he's doing. His side is vulnerable. There's a potential that the Wolfpack can and probably will score if he doesn't do that. But they hit the left side, the Wolfpack. They come over to the right, set position in the middle, and then look to really attack their left side.
It was Danny Richardson's missed tackle that resulted in that field position.
As if it wasn't tough enough for Leigh Centurions before. They're down to 12. They're going to go in here, and number 12 will go in. Bodine Thompson. Inside 30 seconds from the sin bin of Danny Richardson, and Toronto Wolfpack make them pay. Bodine Thompson, the former Leigh man, with the 4-pointer. That will be a sweet moment for him. We've already seen Adam Hickson go over in that first period, and the man with 4 tries in 24 last year in the colours of the Centurions now strikes against them at the Leigh Sports Village.
Well, that is the quality of this Toronto side. When they decide to spread the ball, when they decide to use those passes, use those speedy players, they're going to break defences down. Danny Richardson, the wrong side of the play of the ball, professional foul. He's off to the sin bin. Good offload here from Gadwin Springer, who had a good start to the game, and all they do is put it through the hands, find the space, and as you said, Ben, the former Leigh man scores against his own side. Unselfish play there. As soon as the offload is found, they pass it on to players in space.
Yeah, Toronto got that field position off the scrum play, missed tackle off Danny Richardson. Ricky Latelli, really strong right-hand fend, took the yards, they banked that yardage, created an opportunity.
Gareth O'Brien, tough assignment, hits the post. Denied 2 points, but the 4-pointer, good one from Bodine Thompson.
Great offload here from Gadwin Springer. Offloads have probably been the difference between both sides. Bodine Thompson running into the space which Danny Richardson had left. He's off the field for 10 minutes.
Time the room.
That was actually the point that we discussed maybe 2-3 minutes ago. How would the Centurions break this Toronto side down? Well, offloads might be a decent option for them.
Here is Sidlow now.
One. Move, Luke! Hold it. Go, one.
McCrone.
You'll see a steady set now from the Toronto side. They'll knock out 4 or 5 tackles, gobble up the meters, and a deliberate, purposeful kick at the end.
That was Dixon. McCrone again. Wallace wide for Latelli. So impressive last week against the Widnes Vikings.
3. Move! Step back, Jack. Wait.
Got up a gear really in this second period as well, Ricky Latelli. Rawsthorne. Wallace. Douglas who makes the tackle.
Move, Luke! Wait, Sam, wait! Go for good.
Now Gadwin Springer.
It's been a good move for Gadwin Springer. Toronto stagnated a little bit at Castleford. He's got his chance here.
O'Brien with space to work on the last tackle. Raking kick. Well positioned though by Martin Ridyard.
It's a poor kick that. I think Toronto clearly had the message at half-time to move the ball. Barry maybe predicted quite a conservative set. They threw some shape at Leigh and that lateral movement of the ball to get the ball in Ricky Latelli's hands is really priceless for this Toronto team. There's always a conflict in rugby. It's this direct battle in the forwards, and you've got to do that right, but then you need subtle movement with it. Toronto did a lot of the tough stuff in the first half, but good to see some of that subtle movement of the ball here.
3 minutes short of the hour mark. Leigh need to find something here. They need to find an answer. No one's been able to do it so far. Toronto 3 from 3, remember.
4. Move at him! Hold. Go 4.
That was Stefan Marsh. Woods back on the inside, strong run.
Needed a support runner.
Go 5.
Fellow Scottish international Luke Douglas. Kick over the top.
Surrender!
Wallace, who's underneath that.
Small chance, only a slim chance. I think it was Luke Douglas who was on the right side of Brooks. Brooks looking on the left, unable to get that offload away. A kick back against the grain, gobbled up by Andy Ackers.
Beg his pardon, Andy Ackers with the defensive contribution there. Here is
Made the 10! Made the 10! Go,
Lally.
Get off!
Here is Latelli.
Oh, he's breaking it well.
Again. Great flick for Rawsthorne. Can he stay in the field of play? He can't. Great defence equals that contribution in attack. And look what it means to this Leigh Centurions defence over on that far side.
Shot clock on.
Yeah, Ricky Latelli so strong with the ball, gets the right arm fend out again. Pusnik's Rawsthorne into some space, but just not enough of it really. Too close to the sideline, and the net result of that is 10 in over possession and gifting Leigh some field position now and some time on the ball. I think Toronto, what worked for them in the first half? Controlling possession, strong ball carriers, playing the ball quickly. But if you start to move the ball, little subtle bits of movement, as we see Adam Hickson getting his legs strapped, he's another strong ball carrier for this Wolfpack team. You've got to combine that strength of carry with movement. But when they've moved the ball in this second half, 2 errors. Ricky Latelli's offload to Gareth O'Brien, error. And then another error there where we've been tackled in touch. And as Danny Richardson watches on here, spending that 10 minutes in the bin for this cynical challenge on Bodine Thompson near the Toronto try line. Leigh find themselves in a tricky position here, 14-2 down, with all the work to do.
Really tough assignment developing now for Leigh Centurions. Down a man, down by 12.
Move, Anthony, step back. Good, 2.
O'Donnell, Deck O'Donnell, his Leigh debut this afternoon. Not going to plan so far is Ian Thornley.
3. Move! Hold!
They don't look troubled, Toronto, when Centurions are passing the ball along the line. Just look at it, it's a solid line of defence. Players doing the job really effectively. If they keep at it, the Centurions, they might find a bit of a weakness.
Go 4.
Jack Ashworth spun. Give it to Woods.
Play on still
nice
4.
flick. Luke Douglas now. Ball comes free under pressure from Gadwin Springer.
Stolen. 1-on-1. Strong ball.
Well, the Leigh Centurions get that ball because Gadwin Springer, you can see he has a snatch at the ball. When he's pulling the ball away from Luke Douglas, the referee says he knocks that ball on.
Let's get the back row in.
Offloads, Ben. Even though the front rower pleading his case, he's giving all the hand signals. He's doing the referee's job for him.
Yeah, just explain it, Josh. Back of the scrum, mate.
Leigh,
Head in
the shape of Woods to feed this scrum. Need to make the most of these chances, you feel, the Centurions.
One. Move, goal line! Hold! Go on.
Ticks past the hour mark. Sam Brooks and Douglas, so close.
Move!
Desperate defence from Gareth O'Brien.
Go 2.
That's Woods again. Really good play there to shut down the danger there from Chase Stanley. All the experience in the world on Ridyard there. Brooks again into Mullally.
4. Move!
Sidlow over the top.
Wait. Go 4, hold that line. Play on, still 4.
Woods. That is Ridyard.
5. Move, go line!
Last chance coming up now.
Wait! Go 5.
Chase Stanley who made that tackle. Marsh, bullet pass. Richardson did very well to pick it up. O'Brien. Exactly where the kick was coming.
Excellent work from Toronto. Under pressure on their own line. What they did is they kept the composure, they did the job, and they did the job to the letter of the law. Never looked under stress or pressure, and that's the reason they get the ball on the front foot. Although they're close to their own line, they don't look worried.
Footwork from Wallace, though, just release some of that pressure, and Higson now.
4. Move, get in, Deck!
To James Bentley.
Go 4, stand up, Adam.
Latelli. Ashton Sims.
Still out there, Ashton Sims.
Move, get in, Deck!
A big stint, big shift.
It's a big stint from the big man. An exceptional performance from him. I think all of the Toronto middlemen have had a good shift, but another poor kick.
Is it the same kicker, Blake Wallace? The great first 40 minutes, Blake Wallace. Sometimes with players, the worst thing for them is the half-time. They sit down, they churn through things in their mind. Whilst that muscle memory and autopilot is in play, and they're functioning at a high level, sometimes the worst thing is to sit down.
Yeah, Leigh must have spoken about applying some pressure to these Toronto kickers. They've really come at Blake Wallace. Every time he's gone to kick the ball, there's been a Leigh player in attendance, and it's working for them. 2 poor kicks from Toronto, and that's just given Leigh an opportunity here, but they need to create more space. They're not creating enough space, this Leigh team, to score points.
Need a change, let's take him off. Take him off, please.
Problem for Luke Douglas.
I think Ben, the referee's going to make Luke Douglas leave the field. I don't think he wants to. He's been having quite a conversation with his former NRL adversary, Ashton Sims. Ashton Sims will be puffing his chest out after 61, 62 minutes of graft. Hasn't had a sit down while he was playing in Super League. There might have been 2 or 3 stints that time on the field, but a good afternoon so far for Ashton Sims. Quality involvements, high work rate. Well done, the big fella.
Wait there, wait.
Ashton Sims, last try in Warrington colours, came in a 50-10 rout of the Leigh Centurions.
Okay, pal.
In July of 2017. The memories again so far inside the last 20 minutes.
Hold Anthony. Go on.
Pressure on Leigh to come up with something in the face of this Toronto defence. Jack Ashworth, the latest to feel the presence there.
Go 2, good work.
Deck O'Donnell's pass.
3, move,
Andy Thornley.
Hold it, Ashton. Hold. Go 3, no time.
Nice ball at the line from Jack Ashworth. Sam Brooks taken by Sims. Quick play the ball, though there could be something here for Leigh. Bullet pass from Woods. Ian Thornley looking for the line. Ian Thornley against Chase Stanley. Josh McCrone in there as well.
Go 5.
Shut that play down. Last chance. Richardson does manage to get a ball away under pressure. And that's Douglas. And Douglas with a kick. Douglas has kicked it to himself, and that is a brilliant try from Luke Douglas. Told to change his shirt just a couple of minutes ago, and Luke Douglas strikes his second try in 2019 and a lifeline for the Leigh Centurions. An early try against Featherstone here a week ago, and he's back on target to open Leigh's account in terms of try scoring against the Toronto Wolfpack.
Well, that will give them a boost, the Centurions, as we enter into the final quarter. They were just searching for a little bit of inspiration. Jack Ashworth finds a short pass. They break the line of the Toronto Wolfpack. There is no way on God's earth the front row should end up with a ball and look to kick it, but he does. He backs his ability. The ricochet's fortunate for him. He's able to pick it up, left arm, scoops it in, and dabs down under the black dot. Good work, not prescriptive, a little bit off the cuff, and that might be the key to more points for the Centurions.
Yeah, Luke Douglas stepped up in front of Danny Richardson. Danny Richardson back off the field after 10 minutes. Luke Douglas snaps the ball, short kick, and he'll be created to score that try with big Luke Douglas.
2 more points added as well. So the Centurions now to within a converted try, crucially.
Yeah, big touch here now. Deflected off Blake Wallace, back into Luke Douglas's hands. Showed the speed to go under the sticks. He's not renowned for his kicking game, isn't Luke Douglas, but like we said, the short kicking games could be crucial to unlock Toronto's defence, which has been exceptional. Short passes, short kicks seem to be the key for this leigh attack.
They're going to get the ball back as well from the restart, collected by Woods. Dixon in there. Sam Brooks.
Sam Brooks has really worked hard in this second half. It's not been a good phase for Blake Wallace. A couple of poor kicks. He was around about the vicinity for that last try. I think he was probably the player of the half in the first half. Mickey Hyam. Again, I don't think when Leigh Centurions set up field play, 2 in 4, a big shift is working for them. Pick up and play it quick, and play what you see.
Richardson, Ridyard.
Knock on.
Find the target.
It's a knock on. Toronto knocked that ball down. Good shift from the Centurions. He plays Nick Rawstorn, who has a player on his inside shoulder, a player on his outside shoulder, and he needs to make a call.
Back row in, come on, let's get going.
Got himself in an aggressive defensive position, did Nick, and then you've got a choice to make. What do? Tackle the man on your inside, work really hard, tackle the man on your outside, or swat the ball down. He chose the latter, swatted the ball down. Leigh get possession, and I agree with you, Barry, so much. I think that all of the unstructured stuff that Leigh do is working, but getting to a point and playing, it's not offloads, short passes, seems to be threatening Toronto more.
Ian Foley for Douglas. This now is Jack Ashworth.
Surrender! Step back, Stan.
Now it's Sam Brooks.
And what they can't afford to do is let anybody go up on their own. We've seen a couple of times Centurions play when they've got a support runner and they're able to find them, something's going to happen off the back of it.
Hold that on!
The danger man, Luke Douglas, plays the ball. Hyam. Brooks.
4. Move into back! Wait.
Real momentum developing for the Leigh Centurions here, and Hyam sets off. Gives it to Ashworth.
Well, Jack Ashworth, I'm so looking forward to watching him today. Former Rochdale Cobras junior. Got huge potential. Another dual red from St Helens. He finds an offload, and the referee had a decision to make. Which side did he come down on?
Game clock. Game clock, the shot clock.
Toronto ball.
Toronto ball.
Toronto ball. Yeah, Jack Ashworth, big, strong guy. Always going to find offloads. Nobody runs onto the ball as hard as him. He reminds me of Gareth Hock in that respect. Flies onto the ball. He's got a huge future in the game, but maybe wrong pass selection from him there. Toronto, tough challenge now to get off their own try line.
He will hunt the mistake. Higson has 3 for company. Right in his face there. Holds on. Dixon.
3. Play the ball! Go 3. 4.
Really good relieving run there.
Conservative approach now from Toronto.
Chase Stanley it was. Now McCrone, Springer spinning, gets an offload away for Andy Ackers. This is more expansive now.
5.
Chase Stanley wrapped up, but it's another quick play of the ball. Last one coming up. Toronto looking to hit back after that Luke Douglas try. Wallace on the last.
That's good work.
Turnover.
Good work from the Centurions. They were broken down. 3 simple plays from the Toronto Wolfpack. Then they looked to play. Chase Stanley and Latelli look really dangerous out on the edges for Toronto, and their awareness of that the Centurions has to be top class.
Offloads again, Gadwin Springer getting a little offload to Andy Ackers, creating some space. Toronto are winning that stat by a long way. The offload game, they've got so many big men who can pass. It's been a real point of difference for them.
Leigh, give me something on the left-hand side this time. Toby Adamson it is. Exactly 12 months to the weekend since Toronto were beaten for the only time in the championship last year at London. Leigh with their tails up certainly at the moment. Just 6 points adrift, the Centurions. Good run from Joe Cater. He's been impressive from the bench. Ball forward. Richardson does find his way, but it's gone forward.
Look at the arms up in the air from the Centurions players. They've had a go at that short side. They're trying to catch the ball and pass it at the same time. Thornley first. Now then, Latelli. I'm not sure whether he touches that ball. James Bentley. Desperate for his side to get a call.
Wait for me, wait.
Everything they can to get back into this game, but Toronto have gifted them a lot of things here. 2 kicks out on the full, maybe 3 or 4 unforced errors, getting tackled on last play. It's just invited this Leigh team back into the game. 14-8 to Toronto. 10 minutes to go. It's just made them feel slightly nervous. On the field now as a player, you're feeling a bit anxious. You'd like to be further away than what you are.
Tension around the Leigh Sports Village as Gadwin Springer takes it up. He's lost the ball though, and Leigh, the quickest to react.
He's offloaded the ball.
Bentley.
First to the ball is Bentley, you're right.
James Bentley does really well, and O'Brien's done well not to concede a penalty there. Hyam comes in, here is Joe Cater now, and Joe Cater into 3 Wolfpack defenders. Tackles in the bank here for the Centurions. One of John Duffy's men got left here. Richardson on from Woods, Ian Thornley.
Move up there!
Up to the test of Toronto side so far.
Richardson back on the inside.
Move! Hold.
Was Joe Cater. Hyam in his urgency to find the line to get the ball, he's knocked on, and another chance for Leigh Centurions goes begging.
Mickey Hyam knows what he's doing at this point here, but what happens is Sidlow pushes Cater, and that just short movement. Here's the offload. He's done that all afternoon and done it to great effect, Gadwin Springer. Leigh Centurions, we're entering into the last 9 minutes now. 9 or 10 minutes. Scoreboard in the second half is 6-4 to the Leigh Centurions. We thought that fitness and fatigue might cost the Centurions. Well, they've only 9 minutes to stay in.
That's the opposite side of offloads. It's great when it comes off, but it's high risk, isn't it? There's not many players in the world can do it and control it. Gadwin Springer's offload there ultimately resulted in James Bentley coming up with possession. Looked as though he'd fumbled it too. But that's the other side of the offload game. It is tricky to master.
Brian McDermott intense on the sidelines. Inside the last 9 minutes, here is Springer. Into Cater. There's 4 in there though.
Stand, Mickey, step back. Wait, Mickey.
Already 4 gone for the Toronto Wolfpack. That was Sims at the line. Now O'Brien. O'Brien trying to cut back inside. That's a really important tackle from Ian Thornley. Last one coming up. Stanley, McCrow, Wallace with the kick. Straight down the throat of Martin Ridyard. Crowd lift again.
Well, when Wallace kicks and puts that kick in, all the chasers, all the Toronto players were in front of him. He had to kick and lead. Blake Wallace now with 8 minutes left. He's got to step up and play somewhere close to the form he had in the first 40 minutes. You mentioned Brian McDermott. We often see a stern face from Brian McDermott, but that's just because of the levels of concentration, the things he's discussing and debating in his own mind. A very cool, calm man, Brian McDermott. Been around the game for a long time.
Douglas played the ball. Hyam, as the ball goes loose from Woods. Frustration from Ridyard.
He knows that play so close to the ruck. Mickey Hyam into Woods, into Ridyard. You're talking 3 meters there. What you're trying to do is get a big man to just clock off. And Brian McDermott will be scanning his players, seeing if anybody's too tired mentally and physically. They might need a break.
That's a play that Melbourne mastered, isn't it? Cameron Smith to Cooper Cronk, Billy Slater arriving up the middle. Like I said, we're all mimicking each other in rugby league. Everyone copies each other. We didn't quite get the exact replica there. Come up with the error.
Out!
So Toronto have the ball back, and it's Blake Wallace.
Move! Get here, Luke, get here, Luke, get here, Luke!
Try to score in that first half.
Jack, straight out of the ruck!
One of the Wolfpack's
Surrender!
more impressive
Get
again.
in, Jack. How? Oh.
Could they be looking for a drop goal here, Toronto? Gareth O'Brien, obviously a master at that art.
6 points the difference. Ian Thornley will know that. He was the wrong side of that in the Hull KR side that lost through that drop goal. That O'Brien drop goal with Salford 3 years ago in the £1 million game. Thompson. O'Brien.
5.
Where will he go now, Gareth O'Brien? Last chance.
Wait.
Andy Ackers will find O'Brien. He's going to go for the one-pointer.
Pressure. They've not given this game up yet, the Centurions. Gareth O'Brien, for 3 tackles, was setting that up. Look who it is, the fullback, Martin Ridyard. 33 years young, Martin Ridyard. Still believes his side are in this game.
They're fighting hard here, aren't they? They're competing. That's what will be most pleasing for the Leigh staff. Competing hard. Ultimately, maybe the quality's not there. It's like Kate has gone without the ball.
Leigh have ended up with this ball, you know. It was a nice short pass. We've talked both of us, John, about short passes, and now that might be something that they can utilise. But Adam Sidlaw, a desperate lunge for him, dislodges the ball, and in that process, he knocks it forward, and the Centurions get more possession.
Short passes against bigger teams. Toronto are a big team. Short passes, punching to inside shoulders. That's how Leigh have had some joy. I think Brooks has been through a couple of times off short balls. Jack Ashworth short ball. Cater punching onto a short lead.
Thank you, Tabs.
Does Brian McDermott know you're telling everybody how to beat Toronto?
That's just how to win rugby games, isn't it? That's just, I mean, everybody. If you can play quick with short passes, you're a good chance of winning rugby matches. It doesn't matter who you are, especially Toronto.
Move, Gangwin!
A nice run from Ian Thornley. Ian played the ball, and Cater.
Great shot.
Big hit there.
Adam Sidlaw off the line. On Douglas. Here we go.
In back play.
Either side is giving this game up. Good line speed, good contact, making a statement as well.
5.5 to go. Richardson's pass. This is Andy Thornley.
Move, it's a mark, Gangwin! Gangwin! Wait. Wait. Go for.
Hyan. Josh Woods. Richardson.
5. Move!
Springer.
That's it. All the way, hold!
And Dixon combined to bring him to ground.
Go 5.
That was Toby Adamson, and now Ridyard. Toby Adamson again. Kick. Taken magnificently, majestically by Gareth O'Brien.
No. Toby Adamson in 6 or 7 different minds what to do with that offload once he gets it, and the worst case or the worst option was the kick to the corner.
Adam Higson now.
3.
Adam Higson carries the ball strong, doesn't he? Often finds his front, plays the ball quick. A strong kid in the gym and on the field as well. He puts that power down when he carries that ball early for you.
Strong carry from Mullally on the back of that as well. And the Ackers.
Move! Hold. Go 5.
Last one, McCrone, O'Brien.
That's smart by O'Brien. He knows what he's doing. He's taken responsibility. We talked about Blake Wallace, how integral he's been in the first half particularly. And Gareth O'Brien, when he saw his teammate, he's seen that Blake Wallace has had a couple of negative involvements, a couple of poor options. He steps forward, and won't be surprised if we get another little attempt at a drop goal from that man.
He's got the brain of a halfback. He played halfback for all of his formative years in the game, his early years at Warrington. I played with him at St Helens as a halfback, so brings all of that and more to this Toronto team. Great communicator and linked between our key players really well.
Joe Cater, strong run.
Hold.
Into Thompson's tackle.
No, stand and play.
That's Woods.
3.
No room in the face of Chase Stanley there. For Toby Adamson, Ian Thornley, Richard. Back for Woods. Richardson wrestles free of the tackle from Wallace.
Surrender!
He probably needs to get more involved. For the Centurions, a majestic player.
Mickey Hyam.
Play on, still 4.
Smuggle it to Woods. Now Richardson. The Toronto defence is set though.
5.
Wallace in there.
Vitelli
in there.
Go, 5.
Last chance. Richardson. This is Woods now. And Ridyard on the overlap. Ridyard has space from Thornley. It's kicked on by Marsh. O'Brien is there. Brilliantly collected.
Here's a mark, hold.
It's a tough job for Danny Richardson, though. He's come from St Helens into Leigh. New people, new faces. He's a young guy, young halfback, learning his trade.
Hold.
And it's a tough ask, that, to convert all of the skills that he brought to St Helens last year and put it into practice for a championship side. But he learned so much from this experience, without doubt.
That's McCrone, and now Sidlow.
Surrender! Stand, wait! Go, 4.
Ackers. Mullally.
5.
Toronto's toughest test so far, this.
Hold. Go, 5. Mickey off his
It's been
foot.
a great game of rugby league, hasn't it, Ben?
Outside.
Look at the 3 games previous.
Is it okay?
They haven't been half as enjoyable as this one. Good contest, good committed game of rugby league. Still not over in a couple of minutes.
Surrender! Get back.
There is Marsh.
Stand, wait. Go on.
And too many chances left for Leigh.
Move, Gary, get here!
The bench has been good from Toronto. They've made a difference. Not downplaying the effect that Leigh Centurions bench has had on this match, as we see a flailing arm from Bodine Thompson, beaten for footwork from James Bentley. A lazy arm.
He's had a good game, as James Bentley. His footwork's great. Good leg speed for a back row. He's carried the ball strong. Wins his side a penalty here. A minute and a half to go, a minute and 10 seconds to go.
This is going to be the last play. And O'Brien will just take that ball into touch. Mission accomplished again for Toronto Wolfpack. Ryan McDermott's side moved to 4 from 4 to start the championship season. It's been a brave, brave effort from the Leigh Centurions on home turf here at the Leigh Sports Village. Their first home defeat of the season. They were 2 from 2 before this. Those Leigh fans will be disappointed with the result. They can't fault the effort though. Ricky Latelli, impressive, particularly in that second half. They led 10 points to 2 at the break. Thompson extended that to 14 points to 2 as Brian McDermott departs the scene. Just congratulating his players. Nick Rawsthorne in for Matty Russell. It hasn't affected the Toronto juggernaut so far, but Leigh really have pushed them all the way. They came within a converted try. Luke Douglas's effort on 63 minutes really put this one in the melting pot. For the last 17 minutes, it really was anybody's game. Godwin Springer, another impressive performer in the Toronto Wolfpack side. And we can get some reaction now pitch side. Ashton Sims is there with Jenna Brooks.
Ashton, another clinical win.
Yeah.
Fair to say the toughest so far this season?
Easily the toughest start. You know, this is going to be a really hard place to play this year. We started the year off all right. We're, you know, every team's losing got players, but you know, it just seems we're losing players early on in the game. But full credit to our boys. You know, we hang tough, and that's, you know, that's down to Brian, the new gaffer in town, and you know, there's a certain steel about us this year, and I'm really enjoying it.
Fantastic. Ashton, we're going to bring in your head coach now, Brian McDermott. 4 from 4, perfect start to the season. You must be a happy man.
Well, in terms of the win, yeah, that was a tough game, that, and probably wasn't the spectacle that people were expecting. I know Leigh can play a lot better than they did, and we we were all over the place in that second half. We lost a lot of bloke for injuries again. I don't think we had another rotation coming off the bench with injuries, which is the second week running. And both teams were just out on the feet towards the back end. But wow, that was a tough game. And to win those tough ones, especially this stage of the year, it's almost like double the points and a lot more improvement in us, certainly with the ball. But the commitment the players have got for each other defensively is good.
Just quickly, Toronto have been featured heavily in the headlines this week. Your owner, David Argyle, has declared his interest in signing Sonny Bill Williams. Look, I know nothing's confirmed, but what would a player of his calibre bring to a club like Toronto?
I will say this, I'm going to be really diplomatic, I haven't spoken to David on this, but a club like Toronto would always be interested in the highest calibre players. I don't think we've made contact with any of Sonny Bill Williams' men, and he certainly hasn't made contact with us. So I think that's just paper talk at the moment. If it develops into anything good, something like Sonny Bill Williams for sure. But there's a whole host of things that we want to be good at as well as a club. So it's a nice headline to make at this stage, and let's see what becomes of it.
Brian McDermott, congratulations on the win.
Cheers.
No news on Sonny Bill Williams. 14 points to 8 in favour of the Toronto Wolfpack.
And you can just see how even that contest was. Possession, you look at the major statistics, we began the second half with Toronto having 90% completion, and it evened up in that second half. Leigh Centurions will take a lot of credit. All the major numbers, apart from the missed tackles. And these are the highlights of the game. We'll look at the 4 tries from start to finish. Blake Wallace, who had a good first 40 minutes, getting an offload from Sidlow. Beautiful kick through from Gareth O'Brien, and good pick-up from the winger, former Leigh man Adam Hickson. Offload again from the forwards that really tested and challenged the defenders from the Leigh Centurions. And then Leigh Centurions in the second half didn't give up. It was the front rower, ugly kick, beautiful pick-up, and nice try.
I think Brian McDermott alluded to the fact that, look, Ashton Sims and the Wolfpack guys were a bit scratchy in that second half. Maybe too many errors, missed opportunities with the ball, or poor kicks resulted in Leigh having a bit more energy, came into the game, and it was a bit closer at the end than it needed to be, but real defensive resolve from the Toronto Wolfpack.
Toronto scored 22 tries now, conceded just 3, and they've edged this one by 14 points to 8. Tries from Blake Wallace, Adam Hickson and Bodine Thompson getting the result in that second half. The try from Thompson particularly important. Luke Douglas for the Leigh Centurions as they mounted a revival. It wasn't enough, and so Toronto make it 4 from 4 to open this Betfred Championship season. They will stay at the top of the league, and their next assignment is another tough one. Dewsbury Rams, the opposition, at the Tetley Stadium. It's next Sunday, March the 3rd, in the Betfred Championship. Check your local listings for that one. From all of us at the Leigh Sports Village, John Wilkin, Barry McDermott and myself and all the team, it's goodbye.
Finding a job you actually want to wake up for. That's how it feels to love Mondays. Get the Reed app now.
Peugeot SUVs, a multi-award-winning range so impressive, there'll be one for you. The 2008 SUV, compact, stylish, and as comfortable in the city as it is in the mountains. The 3008 SUV, packed full of technology, agile on all grounds. The 5008 SUV, the large, ultra-flexible 7-seater built for adventure. Experience the multi-award-winning Peugeot SUV range now.
Can I help you? Stop!
Just cleaning.
Again?
Oh, I'll come back later.
What are you doing?
See, hear and speak to anyone on your property from anywhere. Make your home more secure with Ring's motion-activated floodlight cam.
Hey, Mikey.
My ball.
It's behind the chair.
Thank you.
Have fun.
Visit ring.com or get yours at selected retailers. Ring. Always home.
The game can be tough on skin.
48-hour protection, quarter moisturizer for comfort. From the passes to the tackles to the team talks. New Dove Men Plus Care Sport Active and Fresh. Powerful performance, easy on skin.
Sup, Sophie? You could save some serious money if you switch energy supplier.
Now, you could do it yourself, or you can go with the pros. U-Switch help you find a better deal and handle the switch for you.
Really?
It's the easy plan.
You just need your latest bill, and boom, they do the rest. Just go online or call and join the millions who saved with U-Switch.
Yeah.
U-Switch. Switching made simple.
Is that my specials board?
Why didn't you book your family holiday on a travel site? At Hilton.com, I get the price match guarantee, and I can choose from their 14 different hotel brands, so I get the right hotel for every member of my family. Like a DoubleTree for my cousins who love their warm chocolate chip cookies, a Homewood Suites for my uncle who likes a long stay, a Hampton for my sister and her kids,
It's a lot of syrup.
and the Waldorf Astoria Beverly Hills for me. But I thought your family holiday was in Italy. It is. I hear they're having a great time. Book at Hilton.com and get the Hilton price match guarantee. If you find a lower rate, we match it and give you 25% off that stay.
Little things, atoms and molecules, textures and elements, the comfort of soft duck feather, the feel of warm, natural leather, the beauty of hand-nailed studs. Coming home can feel special again because little things make life better. Sofology. Feel at home on a sofa you love.
3, 2, 1.
Here you go, way too fast.
We got a plan for getting out of the city.
What's wrong?
Come on!
You think I'm endangering my baby?
Brand new Curfew continues Friday at 9 on Sky One. And if you've missed the start of the race, episode 1 is available now on Catch Up TV.
Suspension's lifted.
You being deployed?
Malaysia.
Your people lost a nuke?
This is Russian business, not yours. We're on this.
You're on it quietly.
Let's move!
Looking for a stolen nuclear missile.
We will not start a war over this.
Love, you really don't know us, do you?
Brand new Strike Back Silent War starts Thursday at 9 on Sky One.
Who's going to be good cop, who's going to be bad cop? I'll be the good cop.
I just want to have a bath and listen to the Archers.
This program contains flashing images.
delicious.
Damn good.
What?
You see, phones are good. And they're even better on the best network for data. 3. Okay.
Clearscore.com.
What doing?
Just checking my free credit score and report on clearscore.com, miss.
Oh, okay.
I was worried that using home hair colour would make my hair feel like straw. I'm always worried in case dye damages it, then it becomes really dry.
Olea is 60% oil-powered, no ammonia.
I feel like Olea has made my hair stronger.
Visibly improves hair quality colour after colour. Be colour safe, always do your patch test.
Cooker introduces the tab that does it all. 100 degrees boiling, hot, cold, and now also filtered drinking water. All from one tap. Interested? Go to cooker.co.uk for an introductory offer.
Day 3, we set sail for Corsica, taking in Florence, Pisa and Rome. Bogner will just have to wait another year.
7-night fly cruise holidays from $7.99 per person, with £140 per cabin to spend on board. P&O Cruises.
This is the life.
At or protected.
I've slain your dreaded dragon.
For saving the kingdom, what doth thou desire?
Hello! Hey! Good night! Where are you going?
Climbing up on Salisbury Hill.
Taxi!
Exceptional coffee is always worth the quest.
'Tis all I desire.
Didst thou bring enough for the whole kingdom?
Nespresso. What else?
From your phone straight to your home, Made.com delivers design at a price you'll like. Shop hundreds of independently designed products at Made.com. Different by design.
Philip Schofield here. If, like me, you value your free time, then sell your car with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Sure, you might get a bit more money selling privately, but do you really need all that extra hassle? Wouldn't you rather get on with your day, like I'm doing here? To find out how much your car's worth in 60 seconds, enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
People just think of me as a little girl, but I'm not. I'm gonna be taken seriously.
So, is she nice? She's a sweetheart.
You can help us with her sex tape if you like.
How's your porn talk?
Porn talk?
Sex tape 101. Have fun with it.
And be creative.
Whoa!
Flag. Available now on demand.
I actually want to be a doctor like you.
I was once, but now I'm nothing like you.
Body moving. There's a lot of hazards down here.
Body moving.
Meet the unsung zeros of the hospital in brand new Porters. Coming soon, exclusive to Dave. Want to see more? The first series is available on demand with UK TV Play.
Oh, come on. There must be someone on there worth a right swipe. Tesco Mobile sponsors weekends on Dave.
Time now for the odd one out round. Your four are a Dutch baby, the Duchess of Sussex's great-great-grandmother, Brian Blessed, and a cowpat at the Chelsea Flower Show. Yes.
OK, so the top one you said was a Dutch baby?
Yes.
Things are good.